All right, everybody, new Minecraft snapshot. And when I say new, I mean new. No carryovers from Bedrock. Of course, that means we don't have the allay yet on Java, but behind me is a mangrove swamp biome. This biome is brought to you by our sponsor, the like button. Make sure you check it out. Give it a click down below the video. Maybe we can reach 10 likes on this video. That'd be a pretty epic goal. Okay, so a couple snapshots ago, they added in the blocks for the mangrove swamp biome. Now they've actually added in the biome. And I gotta say, my man-made mangrove tree that I made in that last video, pretty accurate. It just so happens there are a whole bunch of them really, really densely packed together. And like when I think of a swamp, you know, from the movies and stuff, because I've never actually been to a real swamp because I don't travel, leave the house. That's crazy. This is what I think of. This is like an actual swamp. It's densely packed. It's hard to traverse. It has like obstructed waterways, roots going into the water. Like a current Minecraft swamp, the default swamp biome. No, it ain't got nothing on this. It doesn't deserve to be called a swamp. This is a swamp. And if we put down a frog here, you'll notice it's a warm weather frog, which still gets me. It just, I think white frog, snowy environment, green frog should be tropical. But in the standard swamp biome, you get the copper-colored neutral climate frogs, so a little bit of a difference there with the tadpoles growing up into these bad boys here, or them spawning naturally. And the cool part about the mangrove trees is they spawn with the propagules, their saplings, actually exposed. So the propagule is like its own block, and you can punch it off and collect it. So you don't need to start breaking the leaves and destroying the natural environment in order to actually acquire the propagule, the sapling, in order to make new trees. As you can see, the biome is like a combination of mud on the surface, it's got grass, and then there's a bunch of waterways all over the place. And it's cool. It's a cool ambient environment, hearing the frogs and, you know, it's not the easiest place to traverse, but I do like it. It's new compared to other biomes and stuff. Now, it looks like when you have the mangrove tree roots kind of intersecting the mud, that's when it turns them into the muddy mangrove roots. Otherwise, when they directly go into the grass or they just head into the water, then it seems like it cuts off. It just sticks with the grass, or it sticks with the dirt when it hits the bottom of the water down there. But when it starts to hit the mud, that's when you get that. So just a little bit of variation of blocks and terrain and stuff like that, which is pretty cool. Now, of course, the propagules you can plant just like normal trees, but they are, of course, underwater compatible. I just want to get like a little bit of separation here so we can see one grow. So let me just get a little bit of space here, maybe put some mud down here, propagule down, and then grow another mangrove tree. Pretty cool. And of course, in the center, it's not just the roots. We have the actual mangrove tree wood, but it blends in nicely with the roots and stuff like that. Anyway, it's a pretty cool biome. It's very densely packed. These trees can actually spawn with beehives in them. So interesting attribute, just like, you know, oak trees can. You can get, I feel like you don't expect to see beehives in these, but they are there. And I don't know where the bees are, but they've already filled that thing up with honey. Here's just kind of an overview of the thing. I'm sure I'll have some B-roll as well that I can run in the background that I'll take, just showing the new biome. But overall, pretty cool. A little bit more land over in this area. We've got kind of like an underwater, a bit of an aquifer down here, ravine filled with water. And then you can have a little bit of altitude in these. The mud can go up a little bit. We can see some bees over here, and then it still continues. We got another hive over there in that tree. So it's like, you know, you can have a combination of the trees being in the water, trees being on land. All in all, pretty cool stuff. Okay, so this is kind of cool. Clay is now a renewable resource. So if we take mud and we put it on top of existing dripstone, over time, it'll actually, you know, think the dripstone, it's dripping out the water. It's taking the water that's inside the mud, extracting it, and after all is said and done, we'll get ourselves some clay. Look. Just happened. That was pretty quick, actually. I didn't think it was going to go that quickly, but if we just wait for a few seconds here, we can hopefully watch as they turn into clay. Okay, well, clearly somebody soaked these 3 mud blocks with way too much water, but give it enough time. Eventually it'll turn into clay just like the others, but you might have to just sit for a bit. All right, clay. It's renewable now. Okay, let's say you die in Minecraft with a whole lot of valuables on you, and unfortunately, you don't have an impeccable sense of direction. What are you going to do? How are you going to find all your stacks on stacks of off-camera mining? Well, fortunately for us, now there's a solution. All you got to do is make sure your death chunks are unloaded, find an ancient city, get through the warden, make sure you don't die again. That's kind of the key here. And then you'll be able to find your stuff. Also, speaking of the ancient cities, it looks like they've done a little bit more remodeling, adding new structures, generating here and there since we last saw it in the experimental snapshot. I don't recall these wood towers here. That's kind of a cool new thing. There's these wooden paths with the carpet on top. This seems like a new structure since last time. What we're looking for here are echo shards. So we have to search the chests, which we're going to do totally legitimately in survival mode for sure. Scan this whole place, and we need 8 of them. Here's a chest over here. Anything in there? Hey, there's some echo shards. We try not to spawn the warden along the... We spawned the warden? Okay. Good thing we're in creative mode, so it's all good. Little minor change with the warden now is, I guess, it seemed like the warden was getting mad at everything that it encountered previously, but that has been highlighted as a change in the change log that the warden will get mad at everything. It doesn't matter if it's a player or not. So I guess even more mad at everything. Now, enchanted gapple. We're actually starting to see a little bit better loot than was showing up in these chests last time. So this is probably getting towards like a more finalized loot table here. Do we have a chest in here? We got a chest in there. Golden carrots, I guess. This is like it's a refrigerator here. Oh, that's what it is. That's kind of dope. That's kind of dope. Makes sounds. Opening up the trap door, no big deal. And make a lot of sounds here. Hey, we got another echo shard. What is it? Swift Sneak 3? Wow. Unbreaking 3, Efficiency 5, Mending. Hey there, man. It's good. Now we got 2 of them running around. It'd be great for us if we were in survival. We'd probably want to sneak around just in a little bit more stealthy fashion if we were doing this legitimately. But I figure, in just trying to fly around and see where the chests are, it just lets us see a little bit more of the new terrain and structures that they've added in here. Protection 4, okay. Much better loot tables here. We just need to find 3 more of these echo shards. Do we have any chests? We got a chest here. Echo shard, nope. Fire prop 4. So it's it looks like it's got sort of end chest. Another warden, good. We're doing great here. This is the stealthiest I've ever been in my entire life. We got another chest over here. This should be good. Okay, it's just a normie gapple right at the base of the portal thing. Is there one on the other side? Is this one that we've gone into? There we go. Okay, more echo shards. And, double gapples. Double enchanted gapples in a chest. It's kind of a huge chest. With another warden. Great. We're doing great. Well, now that we've got all that, and we're definitely not in any danger, you just need to get yourself a compass, surround it with the echo shards, and then we got a fancy new compass. Look at this, it's pretty cool. It's called a recovery compass, and this will point us to our last death. So if you weren't tracking your cords or, just a mishap occurred, this will point you back to where you need to go, as long as you're in the same dimension. If you're in a different dimension, it'll spin, but I think you'll probably remember what dimension you were in. Just go there, and then you can start using the recovery compass. And so you just need to go over this way for a bit.
It's been days. I've hiked for so long, but finally my riches are in sight, and I can retrieve them.
It was all possible through the help of the recovery compass. I couldn't have done it without the recovery compass. Finally, I'm rich again. Plus, I have 2 more enchanted gapples from my trip to the ancient city. So really, it paid off handsomely. Just, again, you have to make sure that you don't die again. Otherwise, when you make the recovery compass, it's just going to point to the ancient city where you died because of the warden. And then all of your riches are gone forever. And that's going to suck. So just don't die, right? That's easy. Duh. Just play in hardcore. The recovery compass will be very useful for hardcore players. Anyway, that pretty much wraps us up for this snapshot. Hey, look, they've almost all turned into clay. You just have to be patient, which I'm not really usually. So Mangrove Swamp biome, that's the new main feature here. But the ancient cities, they were added in the last Java snapshot that was mostly carryovers to bring it up to par with Bedrock. But now there's, the new structures since we were last in there. And cool stuff to explore. So thanks for watching. Again, check out our sponsor, the like button. Give it a click down below the video. That's it. Subscribe to stay tuned for future snapshots. There's a playlist if you miss any of the updates and you want to catch up on them. And I'll see you next time.